Hello everyone, fix my shirt. Welcome to Tarot Between Sisters. I am Lady Phoebe, and today we're doing a daily general reading. And I did my ponytail like a little fancier today. Normally I have like pieces all hanging out, and I'm like, hey, put it together, girl. All right, daily general reading. Hope everyone's feeling good today. And if you're not feeling good, hope you're digging into why you're not feeling good. Okay, so daily general reading. What do these beautiful people need to know about what's going on in their energies today? I heard someone say, sorry, there's always the quick little blurb before, right? Listening to a girl on TikTok, and she was saying, like, tarot isn't for answers. It isn't. It's not to tell you what to do. It's to let you know where you are in your energies. Let you know what may be coming at you, and then what you, right? Like it's a guidance tool. And I actually really like that, because I know that just even watching TikTok lives quite a bit, everyone looks for like these yes or no answers, or this definitive thing that tarot is saying to do. That's not really the way that it works. Like, tarot is a tool. Okay, William, buddy, not every time I have it even shuffled. I'm gonna say this every time. No, later. Oh, you're so cute. He's so cute. Okay, William. Ow, that hurts. Nobody. He's becoming like, I am sitting on your lap and I don't care what you say. Ow, bud, no. Oh my God. Okay, so yes, I love you so much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Tarot is not a definitive yes or no thing. It tells you where you're sitting, what you may be feeling. It puts you in touch with what your Nux is going to come in now too. It puts you in touch with maybe something that you weren't willing to look at, but it's not a yes or no tool. And people sometimes ask me to, like, hey, I have a question now and I want to know yes or no. And I'm like, it doesn't really work like that. Like, it doesn't really work like that. And it doesn't really work like that. So if we can look at tarot for what it is, it's a tool to help us make our decisions. It doesn't make our decisions for us. Just kind of, it's a guiding tool, right? Anyway, so, so let's see. Where is tarot gonna guide us to look today? Ooh, I like that. Where is tarot gonna guide us to look? What do we gotta look at? What do we gotta look at? Ooh, okay. Now he's gonna jump down. Unbelievable. The World and Six of Cups. Well, first off, Tarot's saying, oh no, okay. So this is the nostalgia card that you're looking back and you're, sometimes you can be using it as inventory, right? Like, you're taking inventory of yourself. You're looking back at where you came from to understand where you are right now. And that's fine. But sometimes we can really get stuck in the past. We can get stuck in past traumas, and we can get stuck in past happiness. I watched a movie called Reminiscence, and it was with, it was Wolverine. I can't think of his name. Anyway. And the whole basis of this was that there's these new tanks that you could find. And it's funny, I didn't think that this movie was going to come in, but then Spirit's like, reminiscence. Okay, let's talk about it. And the whole point of the movie was that there's these tanks that they discovered that you lay in it, and then there's some sort of neurological brain link thing that you can do. And you have a guide, like Wolverine was the guide in this movie, and he would take you to this memory and you would relive it like you were really there. And so if it's like a place that you, like a memory that you loved so much, and so you wanted to spend more time there. But then the cautionary aspect of that, obviously, is when you're spending all your time in the past, you can't spend any time in the future, or in the present, sorry, to make the future. So I was even saying to Corey, I was like, okay, but this is sad, because what the people are thinking is that there's nothing good going on right now that I have to relive this memory of happiness in my past. So everything is already done. And that's such a sad place to be. Like, I just remember watching a movie. It was a very good movie, by the way. But just thinking, like, I don't think I would even bother going in a tank like that, because it just takes me out of my present moment and it makes me live in the past. So that is what tarot is saying to us today. be careful for spending too much time in the past. And again, it's good to go back and like when you like happily reminisce, or like something eggs on a memory and you're like, oh, that was so much fun, that's awesome. But to be constantly living in the past doesn't make for a happy present, because you're just constantly actually being in a time that doesn't exist anymore. So you're living in an illusion. The only moment that is now. That is the only moment that is right now. And in right now, there is eternity. When we're living in the past and the future, we are living in a limited time frame. When we live in the now, we're actually experiencing infinity. We're experiencing eternity. So to limit ourselves to living in the past is, well, right away, I heard excuse and escape. So when we're living in the past, we're escaping what we don't want to look at in the future, in the present. And it's an excuse to not deal with what we're being presented with, because we always are presented with things that we need to heal in the present moment, always. And so if you're constantly living in the past, you're escaping that. And that's when, like, that's very unhappy. That's a very unhappy existence in my mind anyway. And I'm not saying that, like, no, the present sucks sometimes. Like, having to go through stuff and having to heal and whatever, it's not fun. The result is fantastic, but it's not fun sometimes, right? Like, that it's not fun. But so now let's continue our story. So Tarot's like, okay, so you have recognized that you can't live in the past. And then next we get the World. This is the most powerful card in the deck because it encompasses, to me, infinity, eternity. Like, that wheel never stops turning, right? And in that wheel is, look at, there's not a break in that wheel. It's eternal. So it's funny, I'm trying to find another word to fit into so, because when I, like, so doesn't even relate to what I'm saying sometimes, when I'm just so used to saying so, that it's like so, and then such a funny thing. Anyway, if we can reset our time and where we look, we now have eternity at our fingertips. And we get to let go of these limiting beliefs about our lives and about things. We get to allow ourselves to look deeper into what's happening in the present moment if we allow ourselves to. And when we can look deeper into what is happening in the present moment, that's where the real healing and acceptance comes from. And that's what we all want to be accepted. But if we're not accepting ourselves and our current situation, we're just so busy looking into the past because we want it to be different. We want the present to be different. That no change can happen there. No change can happen there. It's funny how things happen. Like, I was just talking to a friend earlier today about, I did a YouTube video about it, the weight one, when you're not accepting the way you are, but the minute you accept it is actually when change can happen. And we were talking about that, and it bears repeating. Anything in your life, not just about your physical appearance, anything in your life, if you don't accept that about yourself, you're actually hating that about yourself. And I know that hate is a very strong word, but sometimes it is applicable. I found hate in myself, and I don't consider myself a hateful person, but I found anger and hate in myself. But I need to look at that. If I don't look at that, I can never heal it and let it go. So I needed to look at it. It wasn't easy because I had this different vision of myself. But if you don't accept exactly where you are right now, you're hating on where you are right now. And so nothing can change because that hate keeps you there. Like, my hands, look at they're locked. They're not going anywhere because I'm hating this thing about myself, and so I'm not allowing it to change because I'm not accepting it. The minute that you, and it's a weird conundrum, right? You want to change because you don't like something about yourself, but it doesn't change because you're not accepting it. The minute you accept it, that's when change happens. Like, it is a weird conundrum, and why does it work that way? Who knows? But that's the way that it works. So as soon as I accept that, then things start easing up because I'm starting to love myself and I'm starting to accept all that I am. And then as soon as you accept all that you are, you're allowing yourself to move past it into a different reality. So if you're finding that you are stuck, if you're finding that you are stuck and you cannot change, and you are feeling hopeless because you've tried everything and you're stuck and you want to change so bad, I want to heal so bad, but I'm stuck and I can't accept where I am right now. Start accepting exactly where you are. A good way of doing that is to accept others exactly where they are too. It's always good practice in my mind. If you are having a hard time doing something for yourself, because we're all one, right? Accept something about someone else. And then when you see it in that person and you accept it in them, you naturally, because we are one, you naturally are going to be accepting that about yourself. It's a natural thing. Corey's calling me right now on the video. I'm going to quickly get these 2 cards done and I'll call him back. But it's a natural thing because we're one, you experience what you give out. So if you're accepting something in someone else, you're going to accept it about yourself. Accept it about yourself. Next card, 9 of Swords, upside down. This one goes actually into what I was saying. So the upside down thing, like this one right side up is the wounded warrior, but I'm also looking at her. She's sitting proud. Like she is, I just got, okay, Spirit's giving me shows today. Vikings, Punar, Bjorn's girlfriend that he has a baby with. She wants to be shield maiden. She wants to be a shield maiden so bad. She wants to be one so bad that she's willing to give Bjorn up, and she loved Bjorn. But she wanted to be a shield maiden. She wanted to go to war, and she fought and she fought and she trained and she trained. And guess what? She got it. She got to be her shield maiden. She got to go to war. She goes to war and she gets the shit kicked out of her. And her face is all scarred. And instantly she can't accept herself because of the scar. She cannot accept now. And now she thinks she's pregnant. She thinks her baby's going to be scarred. No one's going to want her baby because her baby is going to be scarred. And no one, like, it's going to be terrible, whatever, because she's now scarred. Okay, let's accept what is part of shield maidening. You're a shield maiden. You train, you're a tough ass bitch, you're respected, right? You've got that edginess to it. It's awesome. You got cool fucking hair, okay? I'm just gonna say you got cool fucking hair. But when you go to war, you are going to get scars. You're going to get scars. So her right side up, I feel that she's proud of her scars and she wears them proudly. And she's like, I fought for these scars. I've defended my loved ones and these scars came out of that. I'll do it happily again. But she's upside down. And so because of that vision of Vikings that came in, I feel that, again, you're not accepting what comes with the choices that you've made. So you've made these choices, but you almost want to pick, like, okay, this choice, you're not looking at the full detail of what that choice entails. You're only wanting to see certain parts of it, but that the other parts, they're inevitable. They happen naturally with that choice, but you're rejecting those. And so when that whole thing, when your result comes from the choice, you are not accepting what was always going to happen with this choice. So this reading, actually, if I could title it as anything, would be accepting. Accepting of environment, accepting of the whole choice. So that might even be something too. If you're someone that you have found that you're making these choices based on half of what you think is going to happen, honestly look at what the whole picture of that choice entails. And if you are not willing to accept the whole picture, then don't make that choice. Because those other things are going to happen, so you're setting yourself up for this situation where you're going to be like extremely unhappy. And 10 of Cups upside down. That's not happy. Like 10 of Cups is like the most extreme bliss, whatever, upside down. And sometimes I don't feel it quite so dramatic, but this time I am. I'm feeling that this choice that you saw, that you were only like, oh, well, I'm only going to recognize half of these cups. And then the choice happens and the rest of the cups happen and you instantly go, what the fuck? When you are a shield maiden, you're gonna get scars. You're gonna get scars. If you don't want the scars, don't become the shield maiden. Okay, I think that's all I got for you today, peeps. I hope it resonated, hope it helped. Hope you have a fantastic day. Choose love, then choose love again. And be compassionate to yourself. Be accepting of yourself. Be compassionate to others. Be accepting of others. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do today. And I'll love the shit out of everybody. Yes. Mwah! Bye.